Hello, today in my writing process playlist, I'm going to talk about the start of the fourth draft, which I call the cleanup draft. So like my last draft, I made a ClickUp schedule. You can check out ClickUp if you don't know what it is, but why do I keep making these schedules? Well, schedules keep you productive and on task. It's easy to put things on the back burner when life demands other responsibilities from you. I also think the later you get in the project, in some ways the easier it is to put it off. With the schedule, it reminds me and I start feeling guilty if I don't address it. I think it's good motivation. So let's talk about cleanup writing. So here is my Scrivener file open to my first chapter. First, I do a general look over of the marked page to make sure there isn't anything I need to keep in mind before I dive in. I write a lot of my general notes at the header of the page. So in my header, I've written a few notes, but that is for stuff deeper into the chapter, so I'm going to disregard it for now. Once I've scanned the page and taken a look, I dive in. My first pass is just entering my markup. Keep in mind that I may change my mind on some of the notes. The thing with writing is that once you start going into different drafts, each moment you go in, the text is a different time. You are a different person. And what might have been right in previous drafts might not be right now. You may get a different idea, or reading it again, you may be like, this is not right. It might change again before the end, before the final touches. But I go through and make the changes for one page, ending on a paragraph. But once I'm done with that, I will read over it again, making subsequent small changes, making it more poetic if it warrants it, cut a few things, slim it down. It's a little like sculpture. You have to make broad strokes to define the form, but it's in the subtle changes that make it sing. And I'm starting to do that with this draft. Once I'm done with the page, I will mark it so I know that I've added the notes. What to watch out for: smooth transitions, make sure scenes and chapters flow naturally. Deepen characterization, add subtle touches that make characters feel lived in, not just functional to the plot. Strengthen themes, layer in reoccurring motifs or symbolic imagery to reinforce your story's meaning. You can do that a lot with just changing the language slightly. Sentence level polish, vary sentence rhythm, cut filler, refine word choice. Consistency, ensure tone, voice, POV, and tense are uniform. Dialogue, make it crisp, realistic, and revealing of character without exposition. I also think this is the time to really start cutting back on the dialogue, chipping away at it, stripping it down. Show versus tell, replace telling passages with sensory, emotional, or action-based scenes. Basically, I'm going to be doing that for every page in the book. I'm not going to do a bunch of videos in this draft because I don't think it's necessary. I'm going to work away on this for a few weeks until I get to that problem chapter that I mentioned in the last video. And then I will do a video on how I fixed that. But that's it for today. Take care. Have a good day.